Hey guys, Tayura here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you've already been here, thanks for coming back. So before we start the video, I want to say a huge thank you to you guys for 4,000 subscribers. Thanks so much for coming back every week and watching my videos. I really appreciate the love and support. In today's video, I will be creating this look right here using some of my favorite products and a couple of new products here and there that I have been loving. So if you are interested, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video. And follow me on Instagram. With that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright guys, I went ahead and I just put my hair back in a little ponytail. For the eyes, I want to use this Violet Voss eyeshadow palette that I got in my boxy charm. And I am going to be priming my lids with my P. Louise base, and I'm using the shade number 4. I'm going to be blending this base out with my Real Techniques sponge. Alright y'all, so I want to do something really deep, something very date night appropriate, but at the same time not doing the most but doing the most, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm going to be taking my E27 brush, and I think I want to use this shade as my transition shade. I'm just going to blend that all over my crease, and this eyeshadow palette has a mirror. I love that. For you guys, I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. By the way, the shadows have name. The first shade was Wishful and this one is Infatuated. And I'm using the same brush, by the way, and I'm just going to blend this all over the crease once again, just to build up on that first shade. And this is my first time trying shadows from Violet Voss, and well, anything from Violet Voss, and the formula is amazing. The shadows are blending really nicely. Taking a M573 brush, and I want to use this shade right here called Charmed to deepen the outer portions of the eye look. So I'm just lightly patting that shade in. Alright y'all, I shy away from black eyeshadows, but I am going to try it today. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the shade Infinity just to deepen, give me more of a smoky kind of look. And I'm just lightly setting this down. Alright guys, I am going to cut my crease. I'm going to use the shade number 5 instead of using the shade 4 because the shade 4 is a little bit light. So this is perfect for cutting the crease. I'm using this flat cut crease brush. Okay, so I'm taking the M573 brush and I'm just grabbing that black shade and I'm just going to use that to blend this harshness here with the cut crease. Alright, so I'm taking the shade Charmed and I'm just lightly going over that black just so it doesn't look jet black. I'm not sure how this is going to look on camera, but it looks fine in person. Alright, so I'm taking the E36 brush and I'm going in with the shade Olive Glow and I'm going to add that all over my lids. I'm not sure how this shade is going to look, but I'll fix it worst case. I did wet my brush, by the way. I'm just going to place the shade in the center of the lid and then I'm going to use another shade. Okay, so just so it's not too dark, I'm going to go in with the shade Juicy and I'm using the same brush just to lighten the inner portions of the lid. After I lay this shade down, I take back the Olive Glow shade and I just use that to blend this into one. I'm just going to use that brush that has the black shade just to blend this in lightly. Alright you guys, I'm going to apply some lashes and then we can jump into the base. Alright you guys, lashes are on and that is it for the eyes for now. I'm really liking this eyeshadow palette. The shadows blend really well and I'm just loving the way the eyes are looking right now. I am going to prime my face. I'm going to use this NYX Hydra Touch primer. You guys, I use this in my full face of NYX. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave it up above for you guys, and I am in love with this primer. I'm going to say this is by far one of my favorite primers from the drugstore. I know it's new to my collection, but it is super lightweight and it blends like a dream into the skin, and you do not need a lot with this primer. Alright you guys, so for foundation, I'm going to pull the NYX Born to Glow foundation out again. I'm almost done with this foundation, by the way. I'm using it in the shade Cappuccino, but I am going to mix a little bit of my Cover FX Power Play foundation in the shade G100 just to give us a little bit more coverage. And I am going to start blending this out with my sponge from Juno. I'm going to go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Almond. Alright y'all, I'm going to step away from L'Oreal today and I'm going to use the NYX Born to Glow Concealer in the shade, what's this called again? Golden Honey, and I'm just going to apply this under my eyes just to brighten. The only thing that I don't like about this concealer is the applicator. Just being honest. Look, and you can just squeeze out too much product. So. Yeah, so I'm just going to let this sit while I contour my face. I am going to be using two products to contour. I'm going to go in with my Uoma stick for my cheeks, and this is in the shade Brown Sugar. And for a lighter contour on my forehead, I'm going to use the Merit Beauty complexion stick in the shade Umber. And I'm going to be blending this out with my Merit Beauty blending brush. I'm just going to blend my forehead first, just because the shade on my forehead is a lot lighter than the shade on my cheek. Alright you guys, look at my contour. My forehead looks snatched, but at the same time really subtle. It doesn't look as dark as like my cheeks, and I don't know, I prefer this from Merit as my forehead contour. Like, it just gives me that really nice subtle contour, and I absolutely love this. If you're somebody who is just getting into contour, I highly recommend this. Like, you cannot mess up with this. It blends so easy. So I'm going to blend my concealer out. I'm going to use the sponge that I use for my foundation. Guys, I'm not even done blending. I haven't set the face or anything, and you can't tell me that this base isn't giving right now. I'm going to use the Lemon Drop sponge from Juno to blend my under eyes. Alright you guys, I am loving the way the base is looking right now. I am going to set my face. I'm going to use the Mercier Translucent Honey Setting Powder, but I am going to go back in with my sponge that I use for my concealer, as always, to blend any creasing that might have happened under the eye, and then I'll go in with my Real Technique sponge and my powder. Alright y'all, I'm going to set the rest of my face, and I am going to use my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in the shade 60 Deep, and I'm using the BH Cosmetics 116 brush to do this. So before I move on to bronzing my face, I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Garnier face mist just to melt all of this together. Alright y'all, so for bronzer, I'm using my Morphe Glamazon bronzer in the shade Leader, and I am going to be using the E4 brush to apply this. You guys, I'm going to be using a very light hand because this bronzer is pigmented. So I'll tap in the bronzer and then tap off on a piece of paper towel. If you haven't seen my favorite bronzer videos for dark skin, I'm going to leave it up above for you guys because this bronzer is amazing and super inexpensive. So if you're looking for a good bronzer, highly recommend this one. But if you need options or something maybe a little bit cheaper, check that video out. The face is looking very bronzed. It will blend in more as I continue to do my makeup, but I went in with a brown liner for my under eye, and I'm just going to take these two shades and a little bit of the black with this one and a little bit of the black and blend that right down in my lower lash line. I'm going to go in with the shade Juicy as my inner corner highlight. Going to lay that down right there, like so. All right, you guys, so I went in with some mascara on my bottom lashes, and I'm going to apply some blush. I'm going to be using the Roxi X Revolution blush palette, and I'm going to be taking these two shades right here and apply them to my cheeks. And I'm using the Real Techniques, I think this is the blush brush. Yes, the Real Techniques blush brush. Listen, if you are looking for a one-stop shop blush palette, this one is perfect. I know it doesn't do it justice on camera, but it is super pigmented and the shades are super deep. I'm going to set my face. I'm using the Color FX Dewy Setting Mist. So I want to use a little bit of this highlight from Artist Couture. I haven't used this in a long time. This is the Diamond Glow powder in the shade Sugar Daddy, and I'm using a M501 brush to apply it. Look at that. Alright y'all, so for the lips, I'm going to be lining with the Morphe lip liner in the shade Trend Setter. Alright you guys, I'm going to use a MAC lipstick today. I'm using the shade Honey Love. You guys, this was my first MAC lipstick. I wasn't on the whole MAC trend. I used the foundation and the thing back in the day, but lip products, I got all my lip products from a drugstore, but this is a favorite of mine. And to tone that lip product down a little bit, I'm going to go in with my Artist Couture gloss in the shade Uncensored 2.0. Alright you guys, that is it. I'm going to fix my hair and then come back and show you guys the finished look. Alright you guys, I am back and this is the finished look. I'm not gonna lie, the hair and the makeup and everything is just looking good together. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below, but I think I did a pretty good job. This tutorial went through really smoothly, and you guys know I'm always struggling, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave your video suggestions in the comment section down below. Once again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and thank you guys so much again for 4,000 subscribers, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.